my boyca. What up? Bienvenido. Um, Welcome, beautiful. What's going on? I'm just getting up here late night. I just came from rehearsal. Just wanted to build a little bit. I don't know why I got been detoxing a lot. All this stuff coming up. Well, wanted to share something with you. Um, Sharing experiences uh, with everyone. You know what I'm saying? Um, and it's part of an assignment that I have in one of my public speaking classes, communication. So um, I'm going to share something with everyone. Okay. Now, I remember that I spent numerous occasions public speaking throughout the tri-area, New York City, you know, as a member of the Ansarallah Multiversity. We were propagators. We went out to propagate. And in propagating, you harness, you nurture, you harness your craft of what is public speaking and in going out and engaging people. Because remember, you have books that you have to relate and sell these books. That's a skill. How many people can do that? How many people you can say that can arm themselves with a couple of books and go out to the public, right? Propagate and sell these books. Convince the average person out there that, hey, they need this information. You need this book. That's a skill. That's a skill. That skill, again, it in that skill involves public speaking. Now remember, propagating, and for instance, going on the train, and on the train, as that train was moving, and people commuting, going to work, you stand in the middle of that train. Now you don't know these people; they don't know you, but you stand in the middle of that train with your books and your newspaper, and you speak, address the public. Hey, excuse me, ladies and gentlemen, I'm a representative of so and so and so, and I'm here to share with you some information about a book and a school that we're building. Well, again, you had to be real, vulnerable, because in the beginning, like anybody, when it comes to public speaking you're on the stage, you sort of like, fear sets in, and that gut feeling, oh wow, I'm going to be accepted. A lot of things go through your mind or your feelings. But when you overcome that, and it's easier to overcome those feelings if you're for real. One, that you're conscious, you know what the product you have, and you know, because you read, you study, and you know what you have in your hands, right? And then you become real. You engage with as a humanity. You share experience. People can see your genuine, your who you are. You know what I'm saying? And then of course, you take action. You take action. Most of the experience that I can speak personally that I experience out public speaking out like that, and those propagating were pretty good, very rarely I will meet up with some type of adversity or challenge. But overall, it was good. It was good. And I have to say that it's because I was passionate I was passionate of communicating with anybody. I was just passionate. I believe I knew what I knew and wanted to share a knowledge that was helping me obtain this awareness. So it's being genuine, it's being real. You know what I'm saying? Um, we all want to be accepted in life. You know what I'm saying? We all want to be accepted by an audience, and it's the way it is. So that's one of the main thing I learned really in life that when it comes to presenting yourself, expression, that you have to be real. You have to be a real person. You have to, you know, again, you have to connect with your inner self at the same time with humanity, everybody around you. You're real. You have, uh, uh, um, no one is perfect. We all have imperfections that we're working on. So you have to know that you can't because people, the audience can sense that you're not genuine, that you think you're above them or you know it all. No. When they see that you're learning also and that you're sincere in what you're learning, um, then it, it you have favorable experiences, and stuff like that. So at first, everyone is fearful. At first, everyone is fearful, but you have to practice, constantly practice, and in front of a mirror. Sometimes I used to get in front of a mirror, and I used to also listen to other brothers and the way they're, or the master teacher, or the way they're positioning their hands, and it's public speaking, and speaking from your breath, from your diaphragm, and speaking from there, and that all works. It works. It works. So I, I felt very comfortable when I knew what when I practiced, I read, I studied, you know, and that just helped me along the journey, you know what I'm saying, to connect with people. Um, One thing that made me feel comfortable is when you look at the audience, as riding the train, and you get a nod of approval. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you're gonna get people. You're always gonna get those that upset because you're disrupting their ride on a city train. You know what I'm saying? Or disgruntled, or they just are very disgruntled beings. You know what I'm saying? But overall, you for those that are giving you the approval, and that recognize you. You can see each other. You recognize and say, okay, this person is for real. This person is for real. You I've done other presentations, what I'm saying, like um, on certain podcasts. And so I love to use Keynote. Keynote is my favorite. It's an Apple software, Keynote, and application. And for me, that works. Keynote. But for people like PowerPoint, stuff like that, you know, at the time that I was propagating, it would have been nice to have as a study because at that time, we're talking about before laptops, even before cell phones, to be honest with you. Laptops. I mean, there were computers, but they weren't like laptops. But it would have been nice to have those tools, especially Keynote or PowerPoint, because as you study, we did a lot of studying in debate, in your room. At night, you study, you learn the information, you study, and it would have been nice to put it in a keynote so as you already practice and knew exactly that when you go out propagating, you already had a set. That that breeds success. And that that right there is one of the skills that helps you in propagating. And now in public speaking, if you do any presentation, you want just to share your ideas with certain people, to that's a good thing. When you have a laptop and you do key points, keynotes, and PowerPoint, and you practice, because then when it's time for you to relate these ideas and concepts, it's easier. Remember, those feelings, your habitat, your habits, you form a habit of again having these dialogues, you practicing, and it helps having notes. It really helps, on having these notes, these keynotes, and so you practice in the mirror, you practice with yourself, these keynotes, and now you straight to the point. You're straight to the point, and you know exactly. You're not, beating around the bush, like they say. Um, but there's always a challenge. My challenge was what materials I was going to extract, what material I was going to use to make my presentation, or even public speaking. So that's trial and error. So sometimes you say, well, if I speak about this, and if I use this tactic or speak about this and connect this way, is it going to work? You know what I'm saying? That's trial and error. You know what I'm saying? So um, that's you know what it's all about. You know. So I'm just here studying, and like I said, just came from rehearsal, so I just took a little time to just get on this YouTube, my channel. I'm ready to do some other stuff on it with this channel. I want to do more music stuff. I want to expand it and brand it and expand it. Um, so you know, look for that. Look for that. And with your help, with everyone's help, if anybody would like to send me a message and say, well, you should do this, you should do that. Like people, my mother was here. You should shave. You should present yourself like this and like that. That's all good. You know what I'm saying? So I'm open for advisement. You know what I'm saying? You want to advise me and say, well, try not to, not tell my mother, don't tell your face so much. You know what I'm saying? No, no, try to be at your optimal health also, because that resonates. Anyway, only one person came on here, but that's cool. Shout out to you. And this is just me just sharing my experiences. Sharing. So I bid you all good night. Have a good night, and I'm out. Ciao. Wadu.